All right, so this is your beginner metabolic circuit. So the whole purpose of this is to get full body strength work on the core, work on posture, stabilize your joints, get your muscles active, and of course get that heart rate up so you can burn those calories. All right, the first exercise of your strength circuit is called a depth squat. This is one of the exercises of your circuit, your home circuit, that you can be doing 3 to 4 times a week minimum. So you're gonna go a little wider than shoulder width with your feet, and I'm actually gonna get you to toe out a little bit with your feet, weight on the heels, hands are gonna be out, chest high, shoulders back, and you wanna make sure you maintain that posture throughout. The whole idea here is to sink backwards with the hips, right? Weight on the heels. I want you to physically sit and then push through those heels, coming straight back up to the top. So again, it's down, inhale, exhale to the top. Good. You want to be careful of your knee not coming past the toes. So always sink those hips back. And we want 15 to 20 reps of those, and then we'll move to the next exercise. Okay, so remember, part of the purpose of this strength circuit is actually to keep your heart rate up. So what I'm going to get you to do between every exercise, we're going to do 30 seconds to 1 minute of jumping jacks. So it's going to look like this. You're going to go on the ball of the feet, right? Hands out, just like military style jumping jacks. Doesn't have to be fast. The whole purpose is just to keep that heart rate going. 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then you move on to the next exercise. All right, so our next exercise is a push-up. So we're going to do the push-up from the knees today. Now the important thing with the push-up is you want to focus on form. You want to get it correctly from the start so you can maximize what you're doing. So focusing on the chest and shoulders, I'm going to get you to actually lie flat on the ground first. Right? We're going to do these from the knees. You want your fingers about 1 inch below the shoulder. So that's very important. And then your hands are going to be right beside your shoulders. This will keep your hand placement below your chest, and that's what you want to do for an effective push-up. So from there, you're going to keep your core nice and tight. Raise your feet off the ground. And just exhale, push yourself to the top, inhale, right to the bottom. Exhale, inhale, back down. Just try to get as low as you can so you get full range of motion. And again, important not to let the hips sag. You want to keep your hips elevated, your core tight throughout the push-up. Now after this, again, we're going to implement 30 seconds to 60 seconds of your jumping jacks. Okay, so another great exercise for our beginner circuit is the quadruped extension. So this is a pelvic stability exercise. Gets your low back active, gets your core active, and your shoulders and your hips. So from this position, what you want to do is you want to get on all fours. Again, important point here, shoulder, elbow, wrist, all in one straight line. Hip and knee, all in one straight line. So if you imagine you have a glass of water on your low back, you want to keep your hips as still as possible. Engage your core by drawing your belly button to your spine. And then you're going to exhale, extend opposite arm, opposite leg, hold for about 2 seconds, bring back down, and repeat on the opposite side. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. So again, it's not a difficult exercise, but it is an exercise that's going to get the entire core area active. Right after this, jump back into those jumping jacks for 30 to 60 seconds. All right, this next home exercise is a great exercise for your core. It's something you can do anytime, anywhere. It's called the abdominal plank. Now, you can do this from the feet or from the knees, but the important thing here is positioning and form. So you want to make sure you have your shoulder directly above the elbow. Right? From that position, you want to get your toes about shoulder width apart, draw your belly button to the spine so you keep your core engaged the entire time. From here, it's nice, long breaths. Try to remain relaxed with your hands so you don't stress your neck and your shoulders. And I would suggest holding about 30 seconds to 60 seconds, or even further if you can, without losing form. Right? Every time you do this exercise, you can add about 10 seconds onto it, and you'd be surprised how far you get. Now, if you're deciding to go from the knees, if you're unable to do it from the toes, simply drop the knees from that position, and everything else remains the same. Right? Keep that core nice and tight. You could probably hold a little bit longer from this position. So there you have it, a great exercise to strengthen your core. Now remember, you want to keep this cardiovascular, so get right back into those jumping jacks. All right, the great thing about this home circuit is it's very convenient, and you can use household items to help you out with the exercises. So here we're going to use a couple of soup cans for a shadow boxing exercise. This is a fun way to get your heart rate up and focus on your core and your shoulders. So you want to get into a stance where you have your left leg forward, your right leg back, knees are bent, arms are up, core is tight, and posture is tall. Right? From there you have 2 movements. One is jab, pull back, and the next one is strike, pull back. So that second punch, I'm actually rotating from my torso and I'm twisting that back foot so my heel goes outwards. So it's straight out. Now we put them all together, jab, strike, jab, strike, jab, strike. So you want to do them fast. Good, and that'll get your heart rate going as well and get you cardiovascular. So 30 reps of that, so 30 of each, so it's really 60 punches all together. Then you move to the opposite side, repeat for 60 more, and there you have it. You've done your shadow boxing, and you can go back into those jumping jacks for one last time. All right, so that's your home strength circuit for this week. Again, remember, you want to do this every second day to help establish that foundation. And get ready, because next week we're taking it up a notch.